Here in East Cobb, Chef Doug Turbush is changing the restaurant scene. From killer craft cocktails to incredible fresh seafood, and a happy hour that's full of the women who whine. We are gonna check out Drift Fish House and Oyster Bar. Let's go.
Drift Fish House and Oyster Bar is a modern American restaurant serving coastal seafood with emphasis on our raw bar. Our number one goal was to get the freshest seafood available. So we go all over the country every day and get the fresh stuff flown in.
Well, we have Seed Kitchen and Bar and then a Stem Wine Bar. And the number 1, 2, and 3 selling items at Seed were seafood. So to us, to open a fish house was kind of a no-brainer.
It reminds me a little bit of how New York restaurants are.
I could be in New York. I could be in Boston. I could be in Europe.
I think it's a wonderful location. It's a beautiful environment, and I'm always up for having a good time with my friends at a great place.
I think it's the best fish in town.
I love it for the location and how fresh the seafood is.
When I come here for a girls' night, usually we order a lot of different things off the appetizers and a lot of wine.
The energy's great. It is a bustling restaurant on a Friday, Saturday night, but we've got some great little nooks, some great booths that offer a little bit more privacy. We've got a little intimate oyster bar that's about 6 seats. Yeah, lots of great little spaces in this restaurant.
The wine list is always approachable.
The selection here, no matter what you have, they always have a great pairing.
We have an enormous amount of Chardonnays because we're talking about East Cobb women and they love their Chardonnays.
Every time I come in here, it's new. And they always steer me in the right direction with something they know I'm gonna love.
The white wine selection was very extensive. The waiter was very knowledgeable and helped guide us through some choices. And I started out with one that was a little bit more sweet, and I ended up with the perfect one that was nice and crisp.
Today we're cooking Block Island swordfish. We're doing that with a little caponado, a balsamic reduction, olive oil, fresh basil. Right at the end when the swordfish is about ready, I'll pop on some of this anchovy garlic butter on top of it. Gonna let that do its thing in the salamander for about 12 seconds, and then we'll plate it up.
It's terrific, absolutely terrific.
The dish was amazing and fresh. It was delicious.
We got a great cocktail program here. Jose is awesome at the bar.
Jose has been with us since the beginning. Really not many people more talented than him.
Jose's very hot. He's very hot.
Well, today we're gonna be doing a Swiss-style cocktail, which is our signature drink. It's called the Drifter. The cocktail is not about how you make it, how it tastes. It's about the connection with the guests and experience. All my cocktails are gonna be always well balanced with a perfect touch of citrus and sweetness. They're gonna prepare well with every oyster we have. Cheers.
One thing I get all the time is the oyster.
We had some oysters, which I thought was very interesting that you could order different types of oysters, a little sample of each one.
Chef, it seems like oysters are having a renaissance. I mean, it's not like they really went anywhere, but more and more I'm seeing more advanced oyster programs in restaurants. Is that true?
Yeah, oysters have been around forever, obviously, but some of the recent cultivation methods have produced a really high quality oyster, and it's kind of great to see that happen. It's much like wine, where there's terroir with wine, or you have a Chardonnay that is different from another Chardonnay. Same thing. This oyster was grown 30 feet away from this oyster, and they can be completely different.
The oyster menu is like a sushi menu in other places that you've been. You can try oysters from all over the U.S., and they're amazing.
This is such a beautiful plate. If you have to pick one, which one are you going for?
I'm going for the Ichabod Flats out of Massachusetts, one of my favorite oysters.
You did that like a pro. Very good. Hannah, you are a very sophisticated diner. Why do you love Drift?
Because the food is superior, the staff is just incredible.
The only problem is you can't get in.
I want my diners to feel that they had the best seafood in Atlanta. That was kind of my goal, not just the best seafood in the suburbs, but in Atlanta.
The chef is just really talented at bringing very, very high caliber food in an approachable manner.
It's a great experience. The atmosphere is wonderful. The wait staff is wonderful, and the food is always delicious.